Hi guys, so today I'm going to show you how to repair broken eyeshadows. And for me, I'm going to be repairing this blue one. This is Electroshock from NYX, and I dropped it and it shattered into a million pieces. So I thought I'd go ahead and show you guys how I would repair my eyeshadows. I've done this several times and this has always worked for me in the past. So a few things that you'll need: rubbing alcohol, a small container to put your alcohol in. I'm picking up a little spoon to drip the alcohol, or a medicine dropper would work real well, but you want to be able to put a little bit of alcohol in the eyeshadow as you go. You're also going to need a toothpick or something to break the eyeshadow up even more if it's not already in like a bajillion pieces. And you're going to need a quarter or something roughly the size of your eyeshadow or bronzer or blush, whatever it is that has shattered. You want to use something like a quarter or that to pack it down once we get it wet. And you're also going to need some small piece of paper towel, or in my case I'm actually going to use a little bit of toilet paper squares. So I will show you the process of fixing your eyeshadows. So like I said before, you do want to take your eyeshadow and you want to continue to break it up into little pieces. And I know this isn't going to make much sense, but you do want to try to get it into kind of like a powder form. Besides waiting for the eyeshadow to dry, this is probably going to be the most time-consuming part of this entire process. Okay, once you've smashed your eyeshadow or blush or whatever it is that you're repairing up into little tiny powder-like pieces, you're going to want to take your rubbing alcohol. And I picked up this little measuring type shot glass at Walmart. I picked this up because it makes life a little bit easier. I'm just going to go ahead and dump some of my rubbing alcohol into this little container. And then I'm using a little spoon. You can definitely just use a measuring cup or a medicine dropper. Like I said, you want to add a little bit of rubbing alcohol as you go. You don't want this to be too saturated. So I'm just going to tip my glass over, grab one little scoop, and I'm not even going to fill the whole spoon up. And I'm going to just drip this right into my eyeshadow, a little bit at a time. Take my toothpick and you're going to want to mix this to where it becomes almost like this really thick paste. And this is going to get messy. If you need to add more rubbing alcohol, you can. It's not going to ruin the eyeshadow at all, or whatever it is you're repairing. It's not going to mess with the consistency or anything. It's just going to take longer to dry. So I'm just going to drip some more of that in there and continue to mix. Okay, so once you've mixed your eyeshadow up, and this is the messy part, once you've mixed your eyeshadow up the best that you can, you're going to want to try to smooth a majority of it out. But if you don't get it perfect, that's not a big deal, because that's what the quarter is for. So I'm just going to continue to kind of smooth that out. And then you're going to want to take your napkin, or in my case, I'm taking a few squares of toilet paper. And I'm going to take my quarter, and I'm placing my quarter inside the toilet paper. And I'm wrapping the toilet paper around the quarter like so. And we're going to use this to press the eyeshadow back into place. Just put it in. I'm going to push it down onto my desk. And then I'm just going to press this out. And you want to press as hard as you can. And you want to make sure that you find something that's the size of your eyeshadow, or this is going to happen and it's going to poop out the side. And it's going to make even more mess. But you want to really press this in as hard as you can and really get this going. What this is doing is it's pressing the pigment back into place, and it's also the toilet paper or napkin or whatever you use is going to soak up the extra rubbing alcohol. Then you're just going to peel that off, and voila! Your eyeshadow is back in place. All that's left to do is to set it aside and wait for it to dry. Okay, so here's what the eyeshadow looks like once it's had a chance to completely dry, and it doesn't mess with the texture of the eyeshadow or consistency or pigmentation of it at all. And I've done this to several eyeshadows. I've done it again mostly to my NYX shadows. Being a makeup artist, when you travel, you tend to drop palettes sometimes, so I have done it to multiple shadows. I've even done it to a few of the ones here in this palette, including this one, and it's worked perfectly. This trick is good to have in your arsenal whenever you're in a pinch. So I hope you guys really like this video, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!